Garmin has been extended to November 1st, or November 1st was their deadline. So hope that they can figure that one out. We'll see. But basically, as I said earlier in that kind of timeline, Garmin's updating their brand guidelines on the APIs, and they just want attribution of the data, or saying, hey, here's a logo of the Garmin data, whatever. Data sourced from Garmin devices. And the Matt Cesar guy got pretty upset, published it on Reddit, and from there, it was pretty fatal, because there was background conversations between Garmin and Strava. Strava was blatantly like, we're not doing that. We can't do that. Garmin was like, okay, like, you don't have to do that, but if you don't want to abide by the guidelines, then we'd have to pull API access, which is a big claim, because Garmin supplies a lot of data to Strava, like an insane amount. Probably 40% of their platform is from Garmin devices, like minimum. Let's try to do with how much. Like it's a substantial amount, which would cause very it would cause a big difference in the system of which you're used to with Strava. Like it wouldn't be the same app. It's a substantial amount. So that doesn't really work for Strava. So Strava, in retaliation, sent a patent infringement notice. And then I don't know what Garmin's response is. Garmin has not been public about the issues ongoing. And then Strava filed for the patent infringement and is suing Garmin. I think the problem with the lawsuit for the patent infringement is really that the patent infringement doesn't have any legs. It really doesn't have any legs. So for a patent to even be valid, there can't be publication of whatever the patent is a year before the filing. There can't be any of these things called prior art, which is basically prior implementations of the technology that you are patenting or the product that you're patenting. And so for you to get a patent and for it to be valid, you have to meet those guidelines, but the patent was granted anyways. But there was clear prior technologies that provided the same services as this heat map or these segments before Strava filed for the patent in the first place. So the lawsuit in itself doesn't have any legs. So there is 2 instances of this heat map being used, and one is prior art. One would be the Race Shape company that was acquired by Strava, and then prior art 2 was Garmin launched its own heat maps in 2013, and then Race Shape was 2012, and so the patent wasn't filed until December 2014, and so you have 2 instances where the product was being used by the public a year before there was even a filing for the patent. And so it provides very strong argument to Garmin stating that this isn't even a valid patent in the first place. Like, what are you even bothering me about? And one of the biggest things that I thought was concerning from Strava is they're going full nuclear. They're saying that you can't do live segments, you can't do these heat maps, and they're saying that it's such a large patent infringement and infringement of their MCA that they're stating that Garmin should no longer be able to sell their devices until they fix the patent. So they're saying that they want to straight up remove the ability for Garmin to sell their devices like the Forerunner, the Phoenix, and the Edge, or the cycling computers, which is insane.